Freezing temperatures grip parts of the country. Authorities are warning of a spike in deadly shack fires, often caused by unsafe heating methods. The South African Weather Service issued a warning that conditions will last for the next 3 days. But what are the interventions for the homeless during harsh weather conditions? And joining us now is the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Velenkosini Hlabisa, to deal with that particular aspect. A very good morning to you, Minister. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. I'd like to start off with asking whether or not any command center has been set up as we see more and more provinces being affected by this severe weather.
Good morning, Aldrin, as well as all the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. Indeed, we are ready and on standby on any kind of intervention as we are closely monitoring the developments in terms of bad weather since Saturday up to today, as it is going to compound, as we have seen. By the time we go to bed, the snow has started to accumulate. It is going to be our focus. And from provincial to national and local government sphere, all systems have been activated together with the humanitarian organizations who always come on board during these times.
Yeah. Which areas for the command center, including for Minister, are areas that you would say that these are areas where we have concern, the major concerns are?
Eastern Cape, Free State, and KwaZulu-Natal are areas of more concern, as we have been following since yesterday evening and early this morning. Our teams, their ears are on the ground, and we are ready to respond immediately, but we do want to make a call to those who do not need to be away from their homes to stay at home, and those who can delay their trips to delay their trips, so that we do not experience what we had last year, people getting trapped on the road.
Yeah, a bit earlier on, Minister, we were reporting about our colleagues who are also stuck on one of the roads in Nquba. They've been stuck since yesterday following an accident that have taken place. And I wonder, in situations like that, where motorists are stuck for hours on end, what sort of intervention is then required? I remember last time, for instance, in KwaZulu-Natal, especially with that Forenant Pass area where the snow was falling and motorists were stuck, there was a call to have the SANDF also be called in to come and assist. How are we standing with regards to that?
Yes, we are following the incident that Newzroom Afrika has been reporting even about this morning. The SANDF is also activated. We are waiting once it is clear in the morning, and if there is no progress made in that situation, there will be an intervention, but quickly. Some of the roads will be closed immediately when we see it is no longer safe to use them, because even that accident was caused by the bad situation on the road as a result of the snow.
Yeah. And then, Minister, the conversation about those who are vulnerable in moments like these, the homeless as well as people living in informal settlement. Again, in Barclays East, one of our reporters covering a story there of people living in informal settlements. And I was telling our audience about just yesterday the visuals of seeing people shivering because they didn't have any other means to keep themselves warm. It's wet. The cardboards that they say that they would normally use to warm themselves up with is also wet. What sort of interventions then would be coming from local government as well as national and provincial?
These people are in a local government space, and I saw one of the person who was interviewed who said they are known, their location. That is why even the municipalities, we encourage them, because the truth, Aldrin, the government has limited resources, that municipalities should work together at a local space with business people who can willingly make donations in terms of blankets, and also with the humanitarian organizations which we have mobilized at a national level, but every assistance has to take place at a local space. The problem of poor housing, because one major issue, the place in which they are living, the shacks, are really not good for human beings. Human settlement is doing all it can in terms of fast-tracking the program to provide people with government support housing, which is a program that is happening throughout the country.
All right. Minister, I just quickly want to bring up another story to conclude our conversation. This morning, we're telling our audience about the front page of The Citizen. They're leading with the story, Food Safety Crisis Looms. Will your child be the next to die from toxic food? The claim that is made in the article is that government seems to have abandoned the pledge to employ more than 500 new health inspectors following a national disaster declared last year over the food poisoning deaths of over a score of children. And we remember that 205 million rand was set aside for that to appoint or employ new health inspectors. Is there any truth to this article?
No, there is no truth in that article. It can be only a matter of processes which have delayed the employment of the health inspectors. It remains a commitment of the government that the health of our nation is a priority, and the health inspectors are key to visit even the hotspots. As we know that spaza shops became an area last year, there isn't truth in that article.
All right. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. That is the Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister Velenkosini Hlabisa.